Next up on KSL Outdoors. It went over the top of the rock.
Yeah, there it goes.
We're on the trail of the mighty mountain lion. We'll talk cougar management with the DWR, take a buddy on his first hunt, and talk with hunters who have a passion for the pursuit.
I love these animals. I mean, I love to chase them.
I'm Adam Eakle, and this is KSL Outdoors.
KSL Outdoors with Adam Eakle is brought to you by your local Ford stores.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to KSL Outdoors. I'm Adam Eakle. Well, tonight we got a treat for you. We're going out with my good buddy Nick. You've met him before. He's a houndsman from northern Utah, and we're throwing a little hitch in it. Normally we just tree these lions and, well, let them go. This time, we've got a tag in hand.
Right now I'm excited. I'm excited for the experience. I'm excited to do a type of hunting that I've never done before. And yet, having never hunted a mountain lion, I'm not really sure like what to expect or how I'm gonna feel when we get something up in a tree, you know.
Are you gonna be able to pull the trigger?
I don't know.
My buddy Jeff has drawn a Monroe Mountain Cougar tag, but Jeff doesn't own dogs, has never hunted lions, and quite frankly, doesn't know what he's in for. So I lined him up with Nick Leifting, a buddy of mine who we've done numerous shows with. One problem, neither of us, including Nick, have ever been on the unit.
Where are we headed? What canyon?
If I knew what the canyon's name was, maybe I'd tell you, but I don't know what it is.
Honestly, I like it.
First time down here, so.
Yeah, this will be fun learning a new unit.
Yeah, oh, it is. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll probably drive up here maybe 5 miles or so.
Nick is headed up the canyon to look for tracks. Jeff and I will stay back with the hounds. Since 1990, an average of 366 cougars have been taken each year by Utah hunters. It's a controversial hunt. Some believe Utah shouldn't even hold a hunt. Others, like Jeff, say there is a certain conservation aspect that comes with hunting lions.
The reason there are tags is because they're being managed. And it's the management that makes you realize that it's okay to hunt them. We're not looking to make them extinct. It's an opportunity is what it is.
Yeah.
And properly managed, which they are, then it's okay to come out and hunt a few of these.
The division actively manages wildlife populations, and lions are no different. But we can hunt lions as long as we maintain our management plan objectives, which are 40% or less females in the harvest. That's to maintain that breeding segment of the population. And between 15 and 20% of the lions we want to see in the harvest need to be adult lions.
Jeff is looking for an adult male cougar. In fact, Nick, like most houndsmen, wouldn't allow Jeff to harvest anything but.
Well, I got one.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. It's probably just a young tom or a big female. Can't really tell. But it's gonna be right here. We could catch it real quick. You want to catch it real quick? You want to keep looking? Yeah! Let's just go catch it, and we can
decide.
We can decide later. It's like just a half mile up here.
Fresh?
Way fresh. Way fresh. It's over here in this canyon. It's gonna. I guarantee you, we'll treat right in the bottom right here.
That's pretty fresh.
Yeah, smoking fresh. Probably not something we're gonna kill, but we're kind of bored. We'll let it rip and see what happens. Go here, Berkeley.
Never gets old.
No,
That is cool.
they're treed. Maybe, what, 3 minutes? 3-4 minutes?
Right there.
Adam's good luck.
Something.
Yeah, so should be an easy hike. They're just right there. It's a good day. Told you it was fresh. Dude, let's go get some video of this thing.
The dogs have the lion treed in this dead snag, but before we could get our act together, the lion leaps over the dogs and the chase is on.
It's right on the rock.
Went over the top of the rock.
Yeah, there it goes.
Going
up the ravine.
hillside.
There they go. my goodness.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. I'm just glad it didn't go that way. It would have been a long night.
Coming up,
It's down in one of these big pines, I bet you.
we're back on the trail, but first, let's check your knowledge of Utah Cougars in this week's climate quiz question. In the western United States, there are an estimated 30,000 mountain lions. About 11 to 16% of North American mountain lions are killed annually by hunters. In Utah, cougars were persecuted as vermin from the time of European settlement in 1847 until the mid-1900s. Our climate quiz question is, what year did the Utah legislature change the status of cougars to that of protected wildlife? Now, once you know the year, log on to our KSL Outdoors Facebook page, give us the correct answer. We'll then randomly select and announce a winner on our page the following week. The winner, set to walk away with a Climate Static V sleeping pad. KSL Outdoors, powered by Ford. We'll be right back on the mountain.
KSL Outdoors is also brought to you by Smith & Edwards, Fish Tech Outfitters, Utah State Parks, Burt Brothers, Climate, King's Camo, and Camp Chef.
It's right on the rock.
Just went over the top of the rock.
Yeah, there it goes.
Welcome back to Central Utah. When we left, this lion had given the dogs the slip, but a few hundred yards down the canyon, and the dogs have it retrieved.
It's right here. Too bad that wasn't a giant tom. Definitely a young cat.
Not one to shoot.
No. Not me, anyways. And no, Jeff, you're not shooting it either.
It might surprise some, it did me, that some of the strongest voices for mountain lion are oftentimes lion hunters themselves.
And hunters in general always have been the biggest advocates for the species that they're interested in hunting, all the way back to Teddy Roosevelt, who made the point that, the North American model relies on people who are interested in hunting these animals in order to fund conservation. And so
Get it, girl!
lion hunters are passionate about what they do. It takes a lot of effort to be able to hunt a lion, and they're also very interested in maintaining those populations. So it's good to have those voices and make sure we're walking an equitable line.
We don't want to see cats like this die because we just want to be able to train our dogs on cats like this and let them live, grow to a mature age. Now, big toms, that's a different story because they're going to they'll kill a cat like this.
Big toms can kill young lions that are in their territory. Their main prey, however, is deer, elk, and sheep. And that conversation was one that Nick and his buddy Carson had right there on the mountain.
I'd say lions definitely kill more mature deer.
Okay. Fine.
But I will go out on a limb and say lions do not kill all the big bucks. People kill the bucks. So all you deer hunters out there, fact. Lions don't kill the big bucks. You kill the bucks.
You're writing off hearsay as fact, and it's just, it's convenient for you, isn't it? I don't know what it is for this particular unit, but I've hunted it the last 3 years, and it's gone way downhill as far as quality of the deer.
Carson is correct. Deer numbers on the Monroe, according to the DWR, were up about 5 years ago. But the past few years, deer numbers are down, and the lion population is up.
On the Monroe, we have deer that are collared, and so we can get out on the ground when they die and see what the cause of mortality is. And we've seen a little uptick in the lion-specific causes, and so we make management decisions based on that.
The dog circled that way.
The decision the DWR made was to increase the lion permits on the Monroe unit this year from 9 to 15.
Berkeley! Hey, Penny! Come on!
After our conversation and a few pictures, we leave this cat alone.
That is amazing.
Not very many Utahns get to do that.
No. I've been in this state a long time. I've never done this.
Next up,
I think he's a tom.
we find a bigger track and the chase is back on. First, back to the guys at Fish Tech for tonight's fishing report.
Are you tired of fishing these teeny size 26 dry flies? Well, maybe you should start throwing some bigger pieces of meat out there. Hi, I'm Aaron Anderson, and this is Fish Tech's Tip of the Week. We're going to be talking about 2 different ways to fish streamers during this winter season. One of them being with a strike indicator. What I like to do is run a standard leader with an airlock strike indicator. And then I'm gonna attach a tippet ring at the end of my leader and about 1 foot to 2 feet of tippet. Under a strike indicator, I've really started to like fishing the balance leeches because they ride completely horizontal in the water, but a standard woolly bugger will work just great. And you can fish other streamers like that as well and find really good success. The second method that I like to use is running a Euro nymphing rig. And I like to jig the streamers through a pool or pocket water. Get a fly that's actually heavy enough to get to the bottom quickly, like a big cone head or some dumbbell eye flies that are gonna sink really quick, and you can kind of jig right off the bottom of those rocks. Some of my most favorite flies are the jig style flies, and that actually has a hook eye that rides straight up. And so it's gonna make it real easy to jig, and the hook actually is up above too, so you're not catching the bottom of the rocks every time you're jigging. All right, if you have any more questions or need some more tips and tricks, come on down to Fish Tech. We'll be sure to help you out. Now for tonight's fishing line.
Welcome back. It's day 2. Nick and Carson are off checking a canyon while Jeff and I cut roads in another, looking for a track.
We found one. Yeah.
Got one. Hopefully it's a good tom. Lucky. Beginner's luck.
We were able to get a hold of Nick, and he's here checking out the track. We're trying to figure out if it is a tom.
So usually if I can fit 4 fingers in its toe, it's a tom in this back paw, and I'm fitting 4 in. Ready to go?
Should we dump him?
I say we do it.
Release the hounds. I've been waiting to say that all
There you go. Come here, guys. Come on. Right here. Come here, Berkeley. Right there. There you go. It won't be like yesterday.
It's going a long ways.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day. And he's going on top of there.
We released the dogs at 8 a.m. By 11, they've tracked the lion to an entirely different drainage miles away.
That's not good for us.
No.
Our only option is to leave the machines behind and go the rest of the way on foot.
Let's do this.
All right, let's go.
Oh, man, look where they came through.
The dogs?
Yeah, they came through that.
Oh my gosh.
They went on the backside of this huge cliff.
Our hike is going to take us to the tallest peak that you can see. We're hiking a trail, but the higher we get, the deeper the snow gets, and
Looks like we got another crossing. Oh no.
we have several creek crossings.
Take your time, don't get in a hurry.
So we've been hiking for
3 hours.
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. We're within about 100, 150 yards of this dog, so we can hear them, and they got a big tom treat, so we got to get on a horse and go get them. Nick's pretty excited, and we're spent.
I'm spent. I'm exhausted.
Just as we came upon the treed lion,
Dang it. We got within 50 yards of that tree and the lion just jumped. Big lion. And he's gone. Dang it. And the dogs are on his trail. Dang it.
I had a feeling he was going to jump. That's why I stayed on that side, though.
And
There's 100-foot cliffs on that way, and I was like,
how good is he?
he's a good cat.
the dogs and cat haven't gone far. They're treed just a few hundred yards down the canyon that we just climbed.
Could get a little western here. These trees aren't as big as I thought they were going to be. Can you see it's good there? Okay, hold on. Let me leash all the dogs.
I'm not chambered yet.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's a good cat.
The cat is exactly what the DWR hopes hunters shoot, a mature tom. As long as it took us to get here, it was over in an instant.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. Dude, I thought he was going to jump this way. I was like, oh, dude, we're lucky the dogs are here.
I'm literally spent, like emotionally, physically. I mean, I'm gone. Now we got to go find it.
The lion didn't go far. He was dead within 30 yards.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted.
Look at his paw, all torn up, worn out. I'm telling you, he's a good tom.
I'm glad I did it. I don't see myself doing it again.
Yeah.
I might change my mind tomorrow.
Yeah, one's enough.
One might be enough.
It's cool though.
I love these animals. If everybody with dogs that catch lions killed everything they'd treed, they'd be gone. So, kill big toms like this one, let the females live.
Clean shot, the animal didn't go far, other than you're about killed us, but whatever.
Yeah, about jumped on us. But,
Yeah, jumped on us.
but no dogs were harmed, and we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Saved some deer, so that's for all you deer hunters. But
You can thank us later, is that what you're saying?
basically,
That's awesome. Well, good time. Thanks, guys. A lot of fun.
it was
Thank you
good.
guys.
Yep. Hey, we'll have more here coming up from the mountain in a moment, but first, tonight's Utah Field Guide.
Successful cougar hunters are required to check in their animals with a conservation officer or at a DWR office within 48 hours of harvest for permanent tagging.
So this is your permanent seal here.
In addition to the permanent tagging, Conservation Officer Gabe Patterson is also extracting a tooth off of Jeff's lion to check its age.
You can obviously look at its teeth and tell that it's an adult. And we like to track them, and then we correlate that number with the form number. And this tooth that I'm going to take, they're going to be able to tell down to the year how old this cat is, which helps manage numbers on the mountain for cats. So if we're killing more younger cats, then they figure the population is down. If they're killing older cats and more males than females, then they figure the population is extremely healthy and continue to rise, and so they can issue more tags.
Not properly completing your harvest report requirements can affect your ability to hunt or get bonus points in next year's hunt drawing. It's up to the hunter to know all the regulations before they go on a hunt. So before you head out, be sure to check the proclamation and know before you go.
Boy, like we were telling you earlier, what perfect conditions to be out here trying to locate a cougar track. You know, we had a little light snow last night. Now today it's just bluebird. It's beautiful. A little brisk, a little cold, but a little windy, but definitely tolerable. Hey, let's check that recreation forecast now by turning it over to the guys and gals back up in Salt Lake. Welcome back to KSL Outdoors, and hey, just around the corner, John Bear with SFW, the Utah Hunting and Conservation Expo. Next Thursday, runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What should people expect this year?
Oh man, we got a great show planned this year. We've got over 500 vendors coming. The whole Salt Palace is going to be rented out. Just going to be stuffed. We got Robert O'Neill coming to be our keynote speaker Saturday night.
Sold $4,000.
We got great auctions. Of course, the 200 tags people can come apply for. It's going to be a great show.
$8 million last year raised in conservation money. Where does that money go?
Well, we got things going on all over the state. One of the real important things is the fawn study up on the cache.
Come in, go, go.
We do youth and first-time pheasant hunts. Of course, the deer translocations and relocations that we do here in the state, and of course, everybody knows about our habitat projects that we do.
Yeah, Ogden Bay Waterfowl Management Area, and you got the bull hog you guys just helped buy for the Division of
Yeah,
Wildlife.
to go out and help bust up the pinyon junipers and grow some good deer habitat.
Yeah, this is a great time for people just to get together, put in for the 200 tags, see some of the latest gear, and just mingle with some like-minded people.
I tell you, man, it's my favorite week of the year, no doubt about it.
That's the Western Hunting and Conservation Expo coming again Thursday through Sunday. Hey, time now to turn it over to you for the best of the week, our Snapshot of the week.
We kick it off with the 6-month-old's first hunt. This is Michelle and her daughter Isla with Michelle's opening morning buck. Michelle says her young daughter loved every second of the hunt. Val was hunting in South Africa and decided to try for a kudu. Val hunted hard and looked over hundreds of animals. Just before sunset, Val spotted this mature bull, made a quick stalk and shot, and bagged his first kudu. Back in December, Jeff got a call from his houndsman buddy, Jared Higgins. Jared was excited. A recent snowstorm would make for perfect conditions for Jeff's lion hunt. The next day, the two were off and chased this tom for 2 hours before it treed. Jeff says they hiked in snow and sub-freezing temps, but when he laid his eyes on the big tom, he knew it was the one. On the opener of the Greater Sage Grouse hunt, both Dylan and Jason, with the help of Scout, filled their tags. Dylan has spent the last year and a half training Scout, and Scout made 4 perfect retrieves to hand. Dylan says nothing is better than watching the training pay off. But our winner tonight has thousands of photos of bucks, but this buck posed just perfect. Reed Earl lives a few minutes from Antelope Island. One of his favorite times on the island is during the mule deer rut. Reed says this wide buck was following some doe and stopped just perfect, almost as if the buck was posing for the picture. A cool hobby read, one that just netted you our big prize for having the Snapshot of the Week. Remember, submit your pictures or video, plus an explanation of your latest outdoor adventures online at ksltv.com. The winner each week wins a Camp Chef Versatop grill and griddle. Small in size, large in cooking capacity, perfect for those on the go. Plus, the winner is also entered into our Ford Trucks quarterly Facebook giveaway for a Camp Chef pellet grill.
From the backcountry to your back patio, Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
Thanks, guys. I'm spent. Who is dragging me, Jeff? I think you're dragging all three of us out of here. We are. Out of shape.
You can quarter me up with the dog.
Right, yeah, right. I'll let the dogs drag me out of here. Hey, I'm Adam Eakle, KSL Outdoors, reminding you out with your family, your buddies, even newfound buddies. Nice meeting you, sir. And get out and make some memories outdoors. We'll catch you next weekend. Good night.